Yo, what is up, everyone? You're listening to a brand new Community Tracks episode. It's the 17th of September, and we got a very special episode this week. We didn't do one last week, as you might have noticed, but that means we got a super filled one this week, and we have two Interplanetary Picks this week as well. And besides that, we have some experimental and cool genres, like some very chill, deep electronic vibes. We got some more upbeat, up-tempo rock and punk influences. We got some hyper drum and bass and some techno trance track. That's an Interplanetary pick as well this week. That's just not the ordinary. And also some very experimental jazz piano stuff that I really find very cool. But before all that more up-tempo good stuff, we started a bit chill with Maury. This is The Rabbit Hole. Welcome to the show.
Maury.
I'm not who I was. Walking streets alone with my darkness. I don't wanna know who you're holding, where you go.
Yes, so you heard Maury with The Rabbit Hole as the opener this week, and after that you heard Day Mirror Night by Witness Production. I hope I pronounced that right. Anyways, yeah, cool, chill electronic start here. We got some more electronic chill beats coming up for you, but we also got a really nice dose of some indie music. Like some more folky indie stuff, I mean, because everything is like kind of indie in here. That's what we love to empower. And besides that, we have, as said earlier, 2 Interplanetary Picks. I'm gonna keep it a secret for a bit who that are. So just stay tuned, because we got a lot of creative stuff coming. But for now, we're diving into the next track. It's a track with a message, you could say. It's called Unplug to Connect by Screenless Socials. I think that says it all. So let's just dive in, have a listen. And yeah, if you hear a track that you really love during the episode, let me know in the comments on Spotify or on YouTube under the video. Because if you let me know which ones you like the most, then I get an idea of what kind of music you love to hear in the show as well. Alright, enough talking. This is Screenless Socials, Unplug to Connect.
A social experiment.
The whole online system is like ruining real life relationships.
It really hit me on a level that I didn't think it would. A thing to be social.
I was rooting for that family. It's a very different world. I was rooting for them to make it. What's happening?
A subject that can touch every family, no matter whether you're a grandparent, a parent, a child, an auntie, an uncle, so therefore resident. It was the understanding of how difficult it is to be a kid of that age in this environment.
Have that connection.
Unplug to connect. Unplug to connect. What's happening?
You are still a target for advertising. You're a product. So my son and I are so plugged in.
You're just consuming mindlessly.
not a noise. What's happening?
And she's 7, she's got a phone, and she's obsessed with it already. I really just worry.
Have we been disconnected?
Just sat there, scrolling.
Engage with people rather than being on your phone in your room on your own. Have that connection.
Unplugged to connect. Unplugged to connect.
Have that connection. Have that connection.
Unplugged to connect. Unplugged to connect.
Have that connection.
Unplugged to connect. Unplugged to connect.
Have that connection.
Unplugged to connect.
Have that connection.
Unplugged to connect.
Have that connection.
That without social media, I wouldn't have known this was happening.
Having a drink at the bar next to Mikey's house, reminiscing on the times that we once used to have. DJ's playing those pop tunes to get me in a groove. I'll get up in 1 second once I've had a few. I will dance real soon. I'll dance for you. I'll dance real soon. I'll dance for you. Spotted out in the distance, a familiar face, covered in neon lights, but still clear as day. I walked along the end of the barroom until I saw her eyes met mine, and I could tell that she was in as surprised. What are the odds that I'd find you here? She says I knew just where you'd be. Things have been quite different since Mikey passed away. He would dance till now. Dance for you. He would dance till now. He'll dance for you. next round's on me. Things are starting to feel like a fever dream. Next thing you know, we're dancing the streets. I think she told me she's leaving the country, but everything seems so hazy until I read my text next morning. What did she say? She said, how my smile is like my keys, and I haven't seen her since that day. And if there's a chance, well, here's what I say. Shall we dance till noon? I'll dance for you. I'll dance real soon. I'll dance for you. I'll dance soon. I'll dance for you. Dance, baby, it's real soon. I'll dance for you.
Yes, you heard Screenless Socials with Unplugged to Connect, and after that you heard the funky, energetic tune that makes me wanna dance at least. Dance for You, Emilio Gonzalez. And we're going into the first interplanetary pick of this week. I'm just gonna say that it's friends of the show, and it's a tune called Numb, and it's a remix of that. Do you know who it is already? Let's dive into this week's first Interplanetary Pick. Yes, this week's first Interplanetary Pick is Numb, the Adoration remix. A tune originally by Melody Frost, who you might know from one of the deep dive interviews that we did. Like a year ago, or a bit over even. If you didn't check that yet, go check out our YouTube channel, because we have deep dives with artists over there where we do interviews about their whole creative journey, but we also touch on very, I think, relatable topics for a lot of indie artists. So we touch on things like what are challenges you run into when you're creating your music, how do you overcome them. We talk on social topics, we talk on the planet, what we find beautiful about it, how nature is part of their music and all that. As well. So go check that talk with Melody Frost out, because that's really a very fun one where we laugh a lot as well. And yeah, we just couldn't stop talking because it was so fun. Melody Frost released an EP that we also supported earlier this year, the Careful Hearts EP, in February on Valentine's Day, which contains 5 very cool indie, lo-fi, electronic bedroom pop songs. And one of the songs is called Numb. And another friend of the show, Adoration, heard that song and was like, that is awesome, I wanna remix that. So yeah, you see there already how the community is shaping, how friends of the show remix tracks of other friends of the show. So I really love to see that, and that the community is taking that shape and all that. They already knew each other before that as well. So yeah, I just love to see the friend support. And yeah, of course, I want to support that on the community tracks as well. So that's why it's this week's Interplanetary Pick. It's a remix of Numb. I'm just gonna put it on for you. Let me know in the comments on Spotify or on YouTube, wherever you're listening, what you think about the track, whether you love it or not. And I'm curious to hear that from you, but I'm also curious now to hear from Adoration and Melody Frost. This is Numb, the Adoration remix.
It's awfully quiet, tears streaming down my face. Wish I would remember we're going. in this place. My body in first gear, my mind is no praise. Watch me turn gold as I listen to space. Thought it was over, I thought it was done, but you were awakening noise in the storm. After a while of sitting here alone, the anger comes out 'cause no one is.
Hello?
It's awfully quiet, you're staring at my face. Wait for me to break and say I'm insane. You know damn well you drove me to this point, but I just look annoyed, I stare into the void. Completely done with bullshit, so I
Interplanetary Picks. Yes, you heard this week's very first Interplanetary Pick. It's Melody Frost, Numb, the Azeration remix. Yeah, fantastic job, guys. I really love it. It's a really cool reinterpretation of the original. Go check the original on the Careful Hearts EP by Melody Frost, or go check the remix on Spotify as well. And yeah, go check the interviews, as said, if you didn't already. It's really cool to meet the artist behind the music a bit more. Now, thanks for that one. We're gonna dive into some more music because we got another Interplanetary Pick coming up later. But before that, we're going into some pop tunes and some punk tunes. So yeah, be ready for a ride through genres. Here we go. Next up, we got Upgrade by Olivia Cox.
Walk in the room, 45 minutes late. So many faces and they all know my name. I go straight to the table cause the bar's busy, and I'm catching his eyes while he's looking at me. He brought me a drink and I don't think twice. I didn't expect to see him tonight. Leans in close and says it's been a while. Does he know I know that he's gotta go? I don't wanna know her name, babe. Don't you know what you're doing to me? Little black dress and my hair slicked back, cause I know that you like it that way. Say I miss what we used to have. Too bad that your girlfriend's so attached. Too little, too late. Pull this upgrade. Don't wanna shop before I lose track. Start reminiscing your body. No, I shouldn't, cause we're no good, but when I'm like this, I can't stop me. You know that you brought me down. Said you had a few things had to iron out. Just to pour out with the only girl around. So I find it funny how you feeling sorry now. Can't lie, when I said I saw it coming. Looking at me now, I know your brain is probably running. Reminiscing on a good thing, good thing. That was over so fast, but I got you rethinking. I don't wanna know her name, babe. Don't you know what you're doing to me? Little black dress and my hair slicked back, cause I know that you like it that way. Say it was what we used to have. Too bad that your girlfriend's so attached. Too little, too late. Pull this upgrade. Tried to stop myself. I know we were held. Taking now, oh well. I'm still in your head, giving me
Semia and Sooncat with Perfect. And before that you heard Upgrade by Olivia Cox, as said. Bit of an electronic corner after our first Interplanetary pick. Now we're going into a bit more of a rock and punk direction. We got a track coming up by The Dirty Pennies called Bee Sting, and we got music by Sphinx called Art Won't Save Me Now from the This Is Not Art album. So yeah, we got some vibe switches coming in here for you. Hope you're enjoying that. Make sure to let me know which tracks are your favorite, because I would love to hear that. Let's just dive in. Yes, you heard our, what is it? 10, 15 minutes of rock or punk and all that. Beasting, The Dirty Pennies first, and after that you heard Art Won't Save Me Now by Sphinx. And we're going towards the end of the episode, but I promised you something, remember? I still promised you another Interplanetary Pick. That's right, so here we go. The second Interplanetary Pick of this week. We don't do that often, but it's for a reason. The second Interplanetary Pick this week is Triumph by George Bolton's Transcendental. It's the title track of the new album that released at the end of August, the 23rd of August. And yeah, it's a very interesting album. It's like a techno trance album, which is already interesting because I feel like techno and trance normally don't work that much with albums. It's like a lot of single releases and stuff. But besides that, the whole approach of George Bolton's Transcendental is also very different. It's like not your standard techno and trance approach. It started in Boston in the early 90s at the beginning of the techno scene. So George Bolton is someone that really goes a long way already. It's George Bolton on synthesizers, as he says it himself, recorded in his home studio. And yeah, he tries to stick to techno in the album, but if you have a listen to the whole album, it shoots off in all directions. So yeah, we love it and we think it fits perfectly well with the project. So thanks for sending that in, George. And yeah, let's have a listen to Triumph.
What am I offending? What am I offending? What am I offending? What am I offending?
Interplanetary Pick. Yes, you heard George Bolton's Transcendental with Triumph, our second and last Interplanetary Pick for this week. Yeah, as said, really different approach. Like if you start on an album and this is your opening track and you're aiming for techno and there is like these creative beats coming out, which also have some trap influences, but you also have this vocal that's like making it almost like a more dance pop EDM kind of vibe as well. So it's a very cool mix of sounds. I can really recommend to check out the full album because it will surprise you. And then we're really almost at the end of the episode now. I'm already gonna say thanks for listening, and make sure to follow us on the podcast on Spotify or wherever you are listening to the podcast now. If it's YouTube, if it's Apple Podcasts, or wherever, please give us a follow on the channel if you aren't following us already. This is not just begging for followers. We are restoring 1 square meter of landscape for every follower. So it's 2 clicks, it costs you nothing, and the planet will get a bit of protection or restoration even. So yeah, we really need your help on that. Just give us a follow, costs you nothing, 2 clicks, and planet is happy. Alright, thank you so much for listening this week again. We have one more tune for you, actually. It's a very experimental piano tune, and I didn't really know where to put it in the episode because it's so unique. So we're gonna end with this song of Zach Clark. It's called Alternative Facts. It's from the Plunge album. It's crazy electro-acoustic piano work. So enjoy that. I hope you enjoyed the episode as well. Let me know in the comments on wherever you're listening what your favorite track was. Would love to hear that, just curious for it. See you next week, or hear you next week. Cheers!